Um, Hello everyone. Welcome to this little message. This is meant as a closure for me, but it's also a thank you for all the people in SAF. If you're in SAF and listening, um, and you've played alongside me, and even if you haven't, I want to thank you for helping me out through all the rough times. Some even more than others did. Um, Starting with Campbell from the start, showed she showed me what true effort is, what good behavior is, and I can't thank her enough for showing everything and everything that she has taught me inside of RP and outside of RP. I can't wish for any better person to teach anyone. And I'm honestly happy that she's still in there because she deserves it. Then, Camel, this is a little message for you. It's been a great pleasure to roleplay alongside of you, and if you ever come across each other again or cross paths, that would be so awesome. Further, I don't think we ever had a chance to, get off on the right foot, since we both already disliked each other, and, in the end I think we hated each other. And a lot of people do. I do want to thank you for giving me all the chances though, even though I did not deserve them all the time. And I do want to tell you this: keep your amazing leadership going. I think we, both, we both kind of had our issues against each other, but in the end, everything was mostly my fault. I had an idea in mind to be able to help people in a command position, and I believe I had the right reasons to do it, but I did it in the wrong way with the terrible behavior that I've shown to you and the terrible attitude afterwards, after leaving SAF. I know that there's no way to justify anything, but I do want to honestly tell you that I'm sorry for any comments or all my behavior that I've shown towards you. You're an amazing person, and I'd love to see you keep doing what you're doing, because you've been doing an amazing job at it. McCord, if you're still an SAF, man, it's been amazing to roleplay with you and just have a chat outside of roleplay. You've been an amazing friend towards me, even though you might not know it. You've lifted me up in more cases than you can imagine on many, many days. I just want to tell you this: keep on going. You're an amazing role player, and you deserve so much more. Jeros, same man. You've always been an amazing role player, and you've cheered me up a lot of times. Les, this is a personal message for you. I kind of want to thank you for everything you've done for me in roleplay, most of the times, but you've also taught me so much about life. Sometimes not directly, but for roleplay, most of the times. I still can't explain how, but you've helped me out a lot, and I do want to thank you for it. Mails, well, I know we got off on I know we were friends at first, and I don't know, I don't know what to say regarding that, but people have been saying that, I can talk about you and everything, but I feel like I need to bring out the truth, and sometimes the truth is more painful than people can imagine, but however, I'm honestly sorry for what I did, but I want you to know that all the mean things that I've done were within the right reason for your own good. Some people will still think I'm a jerk, and they think I'm an asshole, and call me whatever. I'm not bothered by it. I did everything with the right reason, and I hope that you'll be very happy in SAF and have a very happy rest of your life. And well, hopefully some time you'll be able to forgive me for what I've done. Maybe not, but who knows. I've forgiven me for what I've done, and I'm not gonna beg for anyone's forgiveness because I don't want to, and to be honest, I don't think I deserve to be forgiven for what I've done, but in my opinion at the time, with my mindset, it had to be done. And then I want to be, talking about C. Rose. Rose, you've been an amazing person, even though you hate me now. I know, we're not exactly friends anymore or whatever we are right now. I don't care. It's been an amazing time with you, and I wish you the very best. Destined, to you, it's the same. If you're still in SAF or outside SAF, I don't mind at all. Keep doing your own thing, and I wish you the very best. Stockman, Stockman, I know things have been quite strange between us, but know that all the roleplay and everything, all the chatter that we've had was all quite fun, and I wouldn't have done anything else. I know that, in the truth, which I heard, and I'm gonna mention this, Zero's told me once that you felt everything was forced, and anyone who knows me knows that I can be talked to, and that's why I messaged you that time, because I don't want anyone to feel that it's forced. I don't want to force anyone into anything, but and that's something I will never do. Vladimir, I don't know if you're still in SAF or wherever you went, but keep doing your amazing job. You've been an amazing person, and I loved every single minute, second of role playing with you. It was so amazing. And then last but not least, Tracy, regardless if you're in SAF or wherever you're an amazing person, and you should know it. You're roleplay character has cheered me up multiple times, and I can't stress this enough how much it has meant for me to learn from a great person like you. We may have, had small arguments here and there, but that's irregardless. And I do hope that, you don't hate me for what I have done. Yeah, but to everyone in SAF, I want to thank you for all the times, we've had fun. Also want to thank you for the sad times, for the bad times, and there have been plenty. I know that this video and everything is not an excuse, and it's not ever going to be an excuse, but it is a breakthrough for me. I have been working on everything, even though people still think the same of me. I have been doing so much outside of the online community. I've been making changes to my behavior. I've even managed to have a normal conversation with my mother, which before wasn't even possible without, yelling or anger. And I've made major breakthroughs in who I am, how my mother thinks of me, how people around me think of me, and I've found new people, as I mentioned before, who have accepted me for who I've become and know that I'm a better person because of who I am right now. I know that there's still a lot of things that might seem weird or strange, but everything will be becoming more clearly to everyone who is watching this in a bit more time. I'm still working on my confidence, and it's getting there slowly. My grades at school have also been improving. I've managed to pass all my finals, most of them. Everything's been, well, sort of okay. It's almost done. I'm hopefully graduating in July, and then I got my degree in IT, which means I can go work and get my driver's license and get a real job. And that wasn't possible. This all wasn't possible if Forder hadn't kicked me out, asked me to leave SAF. I really, really want to thank you. Because of your action, you've improved my life in so many ways. I am in a new community, though, of which have become the civilian director, and I've been making much effort into building up the community, helping out wherever I can, and I'm happy to say that I think I finally found a place where I can be who I want to be, someone in charge who is capable of helping people and doesn't have to fight to achieve much. The fact that I got promoted there was because of my experience with the civilian department, my willingness to create documents, forms. I've basically built up a lot of the civilian department in a single day, and it's been amazing helping building this. We're still working on everything, and I do hope that what SAF used to be for me, SCRP can become for me now. A safe place where people can openly voice their opinions, don't literally accuse people, and that's something I am going to introduce. So if you're interested in joining SCRP, feel free to. I'm using a Dutch model called the 4G model. Basically, this means this has 4 G's. First one is gedrag, that's behavior. So what is the type of behavior that you observe? Second is gevoel, feeling. So what feeling does that behavior give you? So the third one is gevolg, which means results or leads to, you can say. Which basically is what happens after that behavior and the feeling. And the fourth one is gewens, so what you want to become, so or the behavior that you would want to see. So I'll give you an example. For example, my behavior. So I see that you are. I personally see that you are being angry all the time. This gives me the feeling that something's been bothering you, or you have much anger stored inside of you, which leads to me either being on the receiving end of your anger, or me sensing the anger around you. And what I would want you to do is, find a way to channel that anger. And this model has helped me a lot already, because I've been using it to look towards myself from a third person perspective. So every little thing that I do, I evaluate through this, and it's been an amazing help. I can't thank the teacher enough who introduced this model to me. It's been an amazing support, and it's helped me improve my behavior so much. But yeah, this was it. I want to thank all the SAF members for their time, their dedication. Even though it's SAF has not really been what it was, as of late, with all the changes, and it's probably for the best that I'm not ever going to be back in there again, because I have a feeling the same thing will happen again once it does. So I guess we are better off in a different direction. And personally, I feel that this has helped me in a long run. And again, thank you SAF for all the really great times. I have always thought that was stupid for being so angry at people, but people wanted to teach me in SAF, and all the chance that I've been given, and I can't believe how foolish I've been towards them, and the way I've acted towards certain people. I certainly could have changed a lot of my behavior, and I should have just admitted to Campbell that I needed a break from SAF, and I should have just left SAF a couple of months before all of this crap started to happen, so that I could work on myself, change my behavior. But I was too stubborn to admit anything, and it caused me to hurt a lot of people, which I honestly never intended to in certain ways. Sometimes it was intentional, but it was only for a person's own good. Sometimes I had to be the bad guy to achieve certain things, which I don't like to be, because I was genuinely a nice person when I came into SAF at first, and people knew me as a nice person, and over time I guess something snapped in me, and I don't know what it was, but that same person has been coming back to me, and I feel like with all the RP that I'm gonna be doing, I want to keep that. mindset. And I kind of want to go on in this direction and keep this direction, keep this path. I know my friends will always be there, my new friends, not the old ones who also did not contribute towards my behavior. Instead of helping me, they started to force me to make a choice between them and SAF, and the only reason I found out why they did what they did was because they wanted me to pay for them. Because every time, that I was drunk, I would pay shit tons of stuff for them, and that's just not gonna fly with me anymore. I found people who really care about me, people who are fair, and have been giving me a chance. I've even found someone special, and that's maybe something I'll tell you all in the future about when I'm more certain about everything. I want to thank you all, and I really hope there are no hard feelings. If there are, I'm sorry for that, but I'm not going to be able to change that. I want to thank you all for the great amount of support and time and the fun we've had. And I know I'll never be able to, go back again, but whatever happens, in the future, I'll happily accept it. Any SAF member that comes into SCRP is more than welcome. Any member. I don't care, regardless of name, attitude, I'm gonna give everyone the same fair chance like people deserve. And that's why I hope people will join. Thank you all, and I wanna thank you all so much, and I hope to maybe see you all around in the future.